What's up, y'all? This is Drake Maye here at Golf Galaxy. Here to check out the Qi10 Driver from TaylorMade. Let's go get fit.
Drake.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Nice to meet you, man. Justin Brody, Master Fitter.
Justin, man. What's going on? Yeah, good to see you, man.
Likewise. You ready to get into some TaylorMade QI stuff?
Hey, a little nervous, but I'm ready, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it. All right, Drake, what we're going to get into to start is the staple Qi10 Max. This is where that 10K inertia idea and look is coming from. So what we got is a little bit larger club head, more weight towards the back here that's going to help with your launch and stability overall on general hit. So let's see what you got with it.
Yeah, I like the bigger head, man. I mean, it makes it seem like I won't miss it as much.
That's a good rip at it.
Yeah, I like it. Make him off a little right.
It's okay. We can work on that with the lie angle.
I like it, though. It's pretty easy to hit the face, I think. What does the bigger club head do? What is it?
So the bigger the club head, the easier it is for you to not be punished as much on some of those mishits. Yeah. Direction we can worry about as we get deeper into the fit. Good rip, good rip.
Feels good, man. I'm hitting it good.
How does that shaft feel for you so far?
Yeah, I like it.
Not too stiff or anything like that?
No, I need a stiff shaft. I swing hard now.
Look at that 120 for sure. You definitely need that.
Yeah. That feels good.
Let me check out that club head really quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try a little bit different setting just because you're losing it out to the right a little bit.
Yeah.
I wanna change kind of what your spin axis is. So if we can get that turning more to the left, a little bit more towards that tree over there, and that's some more fairways for you for sure. And we can lower that spin count on you.
That's what we're hunting, baby. Fairways, baby. That's all we're hunting. So what'd you do to change? What'd you really do there?
So what we did was flip it to the upright lie angle. So hopefully that was meant to really change that spin axis again on you. Hopefully turn it over more for like a draw bias effect.
Okay. Maybe it's just my swing, man. I got that baseball swing a little bit.
Okay, it's okay.
I don't came out low, but it felt good. There you go. It's working now, Justin. It's working there. It's working.
So now what we see here, really, if we can shift all those things in your favor, the biggest thing is going to be trying to kill a lot of that spin, right?
Yeah.
So we got you in the proper ball right now with the TP5X, which is the lowest spinning ball option. Now we have to do that with the club head choice. The core Qi10 model, so this is the Rory model, you know, not necessarily as upright or flat like the LS, but right in the middle, still can offer you some low spin, maybe a little bit different shape.
Yeah.
It's not in that 10K inertia range, but it's still enough MOI forgiveness basically to get you where you need to go. And then hopefully you can turn this one over a little bit easier and better.
When you talk about MOI, what does that stand for?
Moment of inertia. So it's stability or the resistance to twist on the club head.
This is what Rory hits?
Yeah, that's what he's bombing right now.
Hey, he hits it good now. So what's the difference between the head of this core and the Max?
So that Max is a lot wider as well as a little bit shallower of a face. This one has more of your traditional look at the club head.
Gotcha. Come out a little low still, but I like it.
I mean, you're pretty fast though, touching about 180 in ball speed. So if we can get that thing turning the other side, then we're winning.
Yeah, how do you do that? Well,
Let's take a look at it actually. It's a slight out to in club path and then a closed face. So really it's more in that spin axis conversation. Impact location is also in this quadrant here, which is usually a lower launching, higher spinning shot.
Okay.
Right. Gotcha. So the biggest thing we're going to try to do is try to flip you over to this quadrant. Quadrant 1 is definitely where I want you. That's where the sweet spot is.
Yeah.
So the more I can locate you there and influence that ball flight, the better we'll be off.
So if I'm missing right, how do you make it to where I'm not missing right anymore?
Some of these things that we're doing with the shaft, there's another head model that I think would get us in the right lane.
Gotcha.
What I want you to do for now is try to aim towards that tree on the far left. Let's see what happens.
Gotcha, okay.
Good start line.
See where it ends up. Golly.
It's okay.
It's starting there.
It's that heel that's killing you. So normally what we do in the fitting is look at a little bit shorter shaft length on the spec. Let's try you in that LS head to really see if we can kill a lot of that spin.
Okay, let's go.
We're gonna stick with this same shaft. This is about as stiff as a shaft will get for you.
Yeah. Because it seems like when you pull that diagram that I was kind of hitting it. I wasn't necessarily, my club face wasn't necessarily turned out, was it?
Not necessarily, no. You're actually pretty down the line.
That's what I
but
thought.
this impact location right in here is really gonna kill you every time.
Gotcha.
So LS head, LS of course stands for that low spin. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna look to drop that weight as low as possible on you to give you as much of the draw bias effect, as well as put you on the upright setting with this vintage black shaft, just to try to put you on the largest end of the spectrum, right?
Gotcha.
But then what we look at, especially with your swing speed and the way that you load and deliver the shaft, is maybe a little bit heavier shaft spec in general. So these play weight around 68, 69 grams. Maybe a 79 or 78 gram shaft really will work better for you. Kill as much of that spin and hopefully some of that direction control.
All right. Let's hit that. Stuff, Justin. You know your stuff, don't you?
I get a lot of reps in, right? Just like you on the field, you got to get the reps in to execute high.
Missing right, Justin. That's on me.
Notice one thing though, Drake, really quick. What's that spin rate?
Yeah.
2,500, right?
It was 5,000, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've already figured out one end of this other puzzle.
Gotcha. I feel that, yeah. So how do I know what will spin rate do for me when I'm playing out there on the course?
Spin is a variable, right? So we want enough spin to sustain the ball flight and carry as far as it can, but we also need a little bit low of a spin to hit the ground and run like Forrest Gump, right? We want a nice piercing, penetrating ball flight.
Yeah.
So right now where we're at, the land angle and the height, as well as the launch and spin rate are all of my key factors. Again, you have the speed, so you're gonna get the ball speed, but we need all those things to really map out so we can get you the right trajectory.
Gotcha.
It's not too bad.
2,600. What are you aiming for as a once a week golfer? What is like a good numbers to aim for?
I would want you somewhere between 28 and if there's going to be a high spin miss, maybe 26.
Okay.
Sorry, 22. Excuse me, 22 to 26.
22.
Yeah, 22 to 26 would do perfectly.
Aiming for 2,200.
Yeah. Good start line. Let's see what it does.
Yeah, coming across it a little bit. That's
okay. Let's get you a shaft that can probably work a little bit more over for you. So this is what we call a low launch, low spin shaft. You're going to get the low spin because of your speed and attack angle roughly, but if we can get you to be able to turn it over a little bit more efficiently, we should be able to see that draw kind of happen. So I'm going to take it to the top end of the spectrum with the shaft first, then we'll try to meet you in the middle. Let's see how this one goes.
Gotcha.
We're keeping the same setting to try to influence as much of a draw bias effect for you. If I can find a shaft that can turn over easier for you, that's the goal.
Gotcha. Golly.
Dead center. That's quadrant one, baby. That's where we want it. Ah, there it is.
There it is.
You started to get more into this quadrant here on that first setup that we want you at. But because we're really dotting it in that heel, what I want to try to do is influence you a little bit of a shift just by going shorter.
Okay.
So this isn't a shaft that I would normally play on you, but let's just try a little shorter and see what happens.
Okay.
Think of a guy like Scotty Scheffler. You know, his driver is just barely over 45 inches. You know, the OEM spec is 45.75 or 45 3/4. So a little bit shorter on the longest club just gets you more consistency. Hey now, 1800, okay.
Starting somewhere.
There we go.
285 carry. I got more in me than that, Justin. I got more in me than that. That's good results though, right?
It's very good results. Still a little in the heel, but we're starting to reduce the spin. Maybe it was a weight thing as well as going shorter.
Okay.
The good thing about fitting is it gives you a way to trend, not necessarily a prime solution.
That one felt good. Came out. Oh yeah.
So I like this a little bit shorter idea. Now let's try to work it back. 70 grams also seems to work very well for your tempo and way you're delivering. Yeah, a little bit heavier shaft than what we had in the 60s to start.
Okay.
And let's go into the vintage TR Blue, something maybe a little bit more in that mid-launch, low spin range that can turn over maybe a little bit easier than what these other lower launching ones could do for you.
It's full heavier shaft. I feel it.
At 2,200 on a miss outright, we can work with that, you know.
That ain't bad, right?
More rounds will actually work with that.
Ball speed, club speed. Which one do you want to see more of? Ball or club?
So in relation, you see that number smash factor of 147?
Yeah.
So that's a ratio of ball speed into club speed. So as an efficiency metric, I want to see that as high as 1.5 if we can touch it.
Wow.
So right now, yeah, if you were to hit that a little bit more square, a little bit more center, then we're actually looking at a 1.5.
1.48 smash factor. I like that smash factor. That's a good verbiage.
Just into the heel.
Just into the heel? Okay. Gotcha.
If you would want to try anything, try to choke down maybe just a little bit on the shaft.
Gotcha.
180.
That's 294 though. Let's get there.
And look where we're at on the impact, right? It's just barely in that quadrant. So we're starting to move it over. So think of like Messi or Ronaldo trying to kick a free kick around those guys standing there, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So it's that same idea. Their foot is coming into the ball a certain way to put that certain spin on it.
Gotcha.
If you want to do it the other way, you have to kind of get more into out, pull it towards that shortstop or third base.
Yeah, I need to find that slot. All those golf guys are in that slot, you know. That should be left. There it is. Best one of the day right there. We said one more adjustment. What's the last adjustment?
All right, let's see how this looks on you. Won't tell you what I did, but we'll see if it works out a little better.
Sweet. What's the launch angle you look for?
About 10 to 13. There's a really cool tab on here called our optimizer. And what I'll show you, especially with that last shot, for instance, right? For you to get the max carry in total out of this, we would need a ball speed closer to 180, a launch angle closer to that 10 and 12 range. You're in the proper spin range, so that's good. Wow. And then the height's just a little low. So we know you're a fairly low ball guy.
Yeah.
Optimizer says.
There it is.
We're getting somewhere. Let me try a little bit different ball on you real quick, Drake.
Think the ball matters?
Let's check it out and see.
Less spin on it or something?
Hopefully a little bit more launch.
A little more launch.
Mm-hmm. Because you're fast enough, I think you're gonna generate decent amount of spin, low spin, I should say.
Yeah.
So a little bit higher launch, I would think could aid in that pursuit. Same deal, dot up for me.
Dot up. TP5, that's that famous ball, isn't it?
So you're gonna get that fast speed out of it. All we need is now a little bit better launch angle. It's not a bad one.
It's power fade right there, right? It's 321.
We're getting a little bit closer to our optimal range.
Show me the shot chart of all my drives.
Since we like that Qi10 LS, let's focus on that one. So a big group of them, yeah, they are a little more right-based. Yeah. But the good thing we're seeing is they're all linear. Yeah. So you're getting consistency. We just have to consistently shift that to the left now.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Justin just hooked me up. He got me right. We decided to go with the Qi10 LS, kind of a lower spin driver. I was kind of missing right, and sometimes would kind of fall off right, a little slice as part of my swing. But he got me right. He kind of stiffened the shaft, shortened it, and I kind of started to find more of a groove in the fairway. Kind of play a little more of a power fade. But at the end of the day, changed my ball to the regular TP5, which kind of improved my launch angle. But sweet, this Qi10 LS, I was hitting good. So that's all that matters.
You're good to go, Drake. And again, man, more practice, maybe more range time, get with the lesson. But more than anything, man, have fun. Go out there, play it. You're an athlete. You'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. Can't complain.